the slow speed Sykes is riding around at. Far too dangerous conditions, very easy to aquaplane in conditions like this. A lot of standing water is going to be out there.
I'd like to see where Jules Cluzel is at the moment after we saw him in his undergarments a few minutes ago waiting to get into a pool. He didn't need to get into a pool, he only needed to stand in pit lane.
Yeah, and it is that's what you have to do at this stage. Toprak doesn't want to be too cross-eyed when he's out on the bike, but he's still pretty relaxed at this stage as we wait to find out when we'll get a new schedule here, but you can see just how quickly the conditions have changed.
I did say that Toprak has not been known for his wet weather prowess in the past through his career, and to an extent I've probably done him a disservice, because this season he has made a step forward, even if he's clearly not as strong in the wet as he is in the dry.
Yeah, in the dry conditions, Toprak's as good as anyone. In the wet conditions, he showed, especially in Catalonia, he's made a big step forward. He was able to lead that race, open up a pretty commanding lead at one stage as well before he had a technical problem. And even though he had that problem,
I think the race that I call to mind to the greater extent is the Superpole race in Portimao, where Toprak just dropped backwards through the field once it started raining, ended up finishing in 6th position. Michael van der Mark on that occasion. He'll also have to be more cautious, knowing that he's got a championship points he needs to score.
Well, the other side of that coin as well is in Portimao it was quite changeable. It was drying out. In these conditions, if it was to start anytime soon, that's where it would be a very stable weather conditions in terms of the conditions out on track. So you would be able to get faster and faster as the race progressed. You'd be able to understand where the grip is. That makes it very different. But you can see there for the GRT Yamaha squad just how much rain did come down. Everyone absolutely soaked in their pit. Still warm out there. It's 26 degrees, 27 degrees, so it is very tropical, typical of what we get here in Southeast Asia. And it is actually this kind of downpour that we were waiting for over the last few days. It's threatened to come, but we haven't had anything like it up until now.
Classic kind of weather conditions that we're used to seeing, for example, in Malaysia, as the seat is dried off and the bike dried off as best as possible for Toprak Razgatlioglu.
Yeah, you can see Bono there just using the air guns to clear off as much of that as possible. And